y'all, welcome back to Lifeatyayas. Thank you all so much for joining me on another video. It is another jam-packed one, but before we get started, let me first acknowledge all of the support that poured in on my last video. I appreciate you all more than you know. The comments, the suggestions, the views, the new subscribers. Welcome. Thank you all so much. You all really know how to put a smile on someone's face. I appreciate you all. However, in that same breath, I want to apologize for being gone for over a month. That was not my intention. Hubby and I, we just had a lot going on in June. Father's Day, birthday, graduation, vacation. We just had to unplug for a moment, reset, but we are back and we are finishing the spot near our deck. Although I did not post a video in June, I did capture a lot of footage of me trying to figure out how we wanted to do the spot near our deck. We may be in Home Depot. Don't quote me on that. This video, like I said, I did not post a video. However, I was filming. So I had went to Home Depot, Lowe's. I haven't had a moment to go to the family nursery that I had mentioned a few videos ago, only because they're 45 minutes away with work, life. I just haven't had a moment, but I should have, taken some time to go and visit them because I really believe I would have found what I was looking for. I was looking for sedum and salvia and lavender. I think a lot of people in my area, I believe we were all thinking the same thing as far as dairy-resistant plants. I did find sedum and lavender and salvia. I believe my mom actually found salvia for me. Sorry, I didn't find it. My mom found it for me, and she also gifted me some of her sedum, which I kind of, was like, no, Mom, I don't want to take yours. And it turned out to be disastrous. You guys will see that in a moment. I felt so bad because her sedum in her yard is absolutely beautiful. My mom is an avid gardener, and her garden is well maintained. She takes very good care of her plants. Not only just her plants, her flowers, but her garden itself, the peppers, tomatoes, kale, cabbage, zucchini, squash. So, and when she gets a harvest, she shares it with not only me, but other family members. So that's why I felt bad, because she does take very good care of her plants. Here, I was trying to decide if I wanted to just put more boxwoods like I did the ones in the front of the yard in the last video. I wasn't sure because I wanted more texture, color. However, the boxwoods that I have there, they're growing, they're doing very well, dairy resistant, as it stated on the tag. However, I just wanted something, just some color, and I'll show you guys in a little bit of what my dream would be and what we have to deal with at this point. Eventually we will get a fence, but like everything, it's horribly expensive. So right now I think I may get those mesh planter covers. I believe that's what they're called. I recently saw those in someone's video, and honestly they look like trash cans. Only difference is there's mesh on the bottom and it's not like a solid piece of metal. I am thinking I can go to any store, even Dollar Tree, Big Lots, and just get a cheap mesh garbage can and DIY it somehow, maybe cut the bottom off and put my own mesh on top. I'm not sure. That is something that I'm definitely going to look into. But here I am. I'm just showing you more clearance items that they had. We are actually now at Home Depot. Just clearance items. I was thinking about putting these on the hillside, but again, I am not sure how they will do with deer. If you all know, please let me know if these plants are deer resistant, rabbit resistant. I did not get much this day: dirt, mulch, a couple clearance plants. Although I can stay in Home Depot, Lowe's, or a nursery for hours, I looked at the time and seen that it was getting late, and I did want to at least put the plants out to get a placement of how I wanted them to go. So we're going to head home. So these are the plants that I picked up from either Home Depot or Lowe's. They were lavender and the sedum. I did not want the ground covered sedum. I wanted the sedum that kind of looked like a bush or a hedge. And they're supposed to be like drought. You don't have to, really water them a lot. So I'm just trying to get like a placement together because I'm going to come back the next day and actually put these in the ground. However, my mom had stopped over with some plants, and like I said, she had gifted me her sedum, so you guys will see me put that in the ground as well. That I had picked up a couple clearance plants. This was one of the clearance plants that I had picked up. I'll show you guys a updated picture, but this is what I want. This is my dream for the space that I'm currently working on. Hopefully I'll get there. I'm learning about the whole gardening process. I mentioned to you guys that my mom, she's an avid gardener, and however, her yard is fenced in, so she does not have to contend with the deer. Every now and then she'll mention a groundhog or a raccoon getting in her space and trying to eat her vegetables, but pretty much, her items are contained. But here I am just showing you a before look at what we are starting with, and then we are going to get these plants in the ground. But I wanted to mention I am going to do that cardboard mulching method as well in this area of our yard. So as you guys can see, the deer ate the sedum. I heard mixed reviews regarding deer and sedum. Some people said that they do not like the texture of the leaves. Other people said they'll eat them. My mom even mentioned, she's like, hey, they may not. It all depends. But the good thing is that, and I hope I'm saying this word correctly. Again, you guys, please do not come for me. I'm learning about gardening. They'll propagate. I believe that's how you say it, meaning that they'll come back, and they have. But initially, I was so upset. I didn't want to call my mom and tell her, and she, kind of was like, "Oh, I kind of knew where you guys are at, that it may happen," but I did put these away and gave them back to her. So here I am just redoing, trying to rethink how I'm going to do this again. I went and found more lavender and I believe more salvia, and we're just going to start over and redo it. And again, I don't know a lot about gardening, salvia, lavender, sedum, things like that. As you can see, you guys see it over on the left hand side. They were so pretty, but again, it's where we live. It's what we have to deal with. So I'm just going to do my best and try to get this area together. But this is round 2. So guys, please forgive me for switching these clips around. When you guys saw that I was digging out the sedum, my mom's sedum, this is what it looked like prior. I'm not sure how the clips got mixed up, but this is what I was digging out. They were, the deer just basically just destroyed them. But good news, my mom did say she did started seeing some buds come back. So that is good news. All is not lost. So here, I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure why the clips got mixed up, but I just wanted to show you guys why I was digging those out. And I wanted to also show you all that clearance pot that was on the deck with the flowers. I think they do not like those flowers. And forgive me, I cannot remember the name of those flowers, but like I said, they were clearance. I believe I got them for about $4 from Lowe's. And then as you guys saw on the right hand side, there was a tray of more clearance flowers that my mom had found, and she had brought those over. So you guys will see that I will pot those in a moment. And also we have a section over by our shed that I just spruced up a little bit. In the other video, you guys, if you had watched it, you do remember that I had mentioned that I was going to clean our shed because there, just no sun, trees, things like that. It's starting to look like our deck had looked. But hubby said, you know what, don't worry about it. We're going to go ahead and just tear that down because it's been there for quite some time and it is tattered. So we're going to go ahead and replace that in a few weeks. But I wanted to just show you guys what initially I was working with. So again, so sorry that the clips are sort of reversed. I am going to finish sprucing up the area in front of the shed. Then we're going to work on the cardboard mulching method. This method has really been working great in our area. I know there's a lot of pros and cons. You know, a lot of people say they harbor snakes and other insects, and it really does not work preventing the weeds coming through, but it has worked really well. We've used that mesh, that landscaping mesh in the past. And after, I would say, 2 weeks, we are back to pulling weeds. The weeds just find their way through the mulch. We use the weed killer. Now, the cardboard is not 100% weed proof, but it definitely hides a lot of the weeds that we see. I'm not sure, if anyone else has tried this method, but in our area and at our house, it has definitely been a game changer for us. So I'm curious about, if you guys have tried that. Please leave me a comment below and let me know if you have tried laying the cardboard down, wetting the cardboard prior to putting the mulch down. We have tried it. We have a large section in our front yard. I would say maybe 3 weeks ago, we started seeing weeds come through. Previously, it would be 2 weeks after laying the mulch. Now, full disclaimer, I lay mulch down once a year, and that is typically in May. It's expensive and it's a lot of work. I'm not sure, maybe, you guys do your mulch several times a year, but hubby and I, it's a once a year project just because it's a lot of work and it is expensive. Although we do buy the mulch when it's on sale, the amount that we need, and even going to a nursery, I've discussed this with multiple family members that do the same thing, and friends, neighbors. It's maybe $20 difference going to a nursery and buying the mulch in bags. But again, we're going to go ahead and spruce this part up, and then we are going to get the cardboard down and the mulch. This day, I want to say it was one of the cooler days. After this day, it has been 90 plus degrees. So you guys will see, the clip. One day, I tried to start early in the morning, and other days it had to be after work. But again, I want to say thank you all again for watching, spending some time with me. All of your comments, your suggestions. I am looking forward to having more comments on me as I'm starting this gardening process. Like I said, I don't know a lot. My mom's teaching me a lot, but our areas are different, and her yard is fenced in, whereas, it's not. And we are working on that, but, with everything, there is an expense. So, we're doing our best. But, if you have any suggestions, comments on different flowers I can use, like I showed you guys, my dream would be just have a bed of flowers, perennials, and, some shrubs and things like that. If you guys have any ideas, please leave me a comment. Again, I am just getting started, so please show me some grace. But here we are. These are the Clarence flowers that my mom brought over. For some reason, I love taking something that someone wants to discard and bringing it back to life. I will show you guys what these plants look like now. This was actually a few weeks ago. I will show you what they look like now. They have really came back and they look so nice. I want to say she got these maybe $1, $2. They weren't much because they were, about to be thrown away. And, again, if you ask when you go to Lowe's, Home Depot, can you get some money off? Especially if they look the way these look, they will, they can't give them to you for free. So they're going to definitely mark them down. But we're going to go ahead and get these planted, and then we're going to try to finish up the yard. To give you an overview of what the space looked like prior to putting down the cardboard and the mulch. Also wanted to give you an overview of the space over by our shed, but we're going to go ahead and get everything together using what we have. This is actually the next day, or a few days later. We're going to use some Amazon boxes that we have, get our clearance plans and the border. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that border, but I carried things from the front yard, the mulch, and we're going to go ahead and finish this project. this was a few weeks later. I haven't touched this space after I caught the deer in this space about a week ago. I just had to just walk away from it for a moment. Although I did not spend a lot of money. Let me just start by saying that I may have spent $40 in this space. And some people may say, $40, that's way too much. But the sedum was expensive. The salvia was not expensive. And like I said, my mom had gifted me some lavender, so that wasn't expensive. So the sedum, and as you can see, they got to the sedum. Just defeated, but I'm not giving up. I'm going to go and get those mesh plant cages. I'm not sure what they're called, but if you're a gardener, you know exactly what I'm saying. I'm going to go ahead and get those before I touch this space again. So sorry, it's not Pinterest worthy. It's not beautiful, but you just projects you just have to step away from because you don't want to give up. And I'm not giving up. I'm just going to rethink the process, get some more barriers, that planter mesh container, whatever it's called. But if you're a gardener, I just wanted to show you all another clip of this flower that started off as a clearance plant that was going to be tossed. Look at it. It's absolutely beautiful. And then the red flowers that are on the side, again, you guys had seen that a few weeks ago. I had potted these. They are doing amazing. So I turn them frequently just to, make sure all sides is getting sun. But they are just absolutely beautiful. Again, thank you all so much for joining me on another video. Welcome again to all of our new subscribers. I appreciate you all. I appreciate the comments, the suggestions, all of the views. I will see you all in the next video.